Hi, I'm Drew Klaber with Mitutoyo America Corporation. I'm here with Jeremy Banks, and today's tool tip we're going to discuss how to get started with your brand new linear height gauge. So Jeremy, we have a brand new linear height here, fresh out of the box. Can you walk me through some steps that you would recommend for getting up and going with a new unit?
Right, so the first couple things you got to do is you're going to have to zero out the linear scale. You're going to have to calibrate the probe, and then you're going to have to set an absolute origin.
Great, can you show me how to do those right now?
Yeah, let's get started.
Very good.
So Drew, as you can see, the gauge is now ready for me to zero out the linear scale. To do that, all I got to do is follow the direction on the screen and move the slider to the highest position. So I'm going to do that now. So all I'm going to do is move the slider up to the top of the unit, and it should beep when I hit the home position.
Oh, that's easy enough, and now you can see your display's changed.
Yeah, so now I've zeroed out the scale. Now it wants me to set the probe and the absolute origin. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and hit the probe calibration button, and then I'm going to select method 2, which is using the included artifact. Now the machine will automatically go up and measure the bottom of the artifact. As you can see on the screen, it now wants me to position the probe so that I can measure the top of the artifact. So I'm going to go ahead and move it. Once the probe is in position, I'm going to press the enter key to continue. As you can see now, the probe diameter measures 4.9940, so the probe diameter has been calibrated. So now, Drew, the last thing we have to do is set the absolute origin. To do that, I'm going to hit the datum button, and I'm going to select the first option to just measure down. Now the probe's made contact with the granite, and you can see back on the display that the granite now measures 0.
Well, that's pretty easy to get up and going, and it didn't take very much time at all.
No, it's actually very easy to get going. It's quick. The gauge is now ready to use. If I have a small to medium-sized part, I can measure it with no problem.
Okay. What if you have a larger part that maybe extends a little bit beyond the normal measuring range?
Well, as you can see, the probe holder has 2 positions. So I can actually change.
Gotcha.
Right. There's one on the bottom and one on the top. So I can actually switch from the lower position to the upper position. And then all I have to do is re-zero. So we'll take a couple of minutes. I'll show you how to do that.
Perfect.
Drew, as you can see, there's 2 positions on the slider. The probe is currently in the lower position, and I want to move it up to the top. So I'm going to hold the slider so that it doesn't pull back up with the counterweight when I remove the probe. Now there's a little notch or an indentation on the probe that I'm going to line up when I insert it into the top slot to make sure that it is oriented correctly. I'm going to go ahead and lock that down.
So this will keep you from putting it in incorrectly?
Yeah, it's meant to be used either in an up position or a down position. At a different angle, you're not going to get the rigidity that you need to get accurate measurements. So the first thing I'm going to do is hit the datum button on the front of the screen, and then I'm going to select option number 4, which is a preset. So to continue, I'm going to hit enter. So the measurement's been made, and now the display wants to know what the offset value is. So it's a 390 position on the Checkmaster. Now what you want to do to be sure is you want to take your certification for the Checkmaster and make sure that you put in the exact value. And it's probably not going to be 390, it's probably going to be 390 and then a bunch of decimal places. So make sure that that accurate value is put into this box. Once you're satisfied, go ahead and hit enter to accept the changes.
And that's very easy to do, but what if I don't have a Checkmaster like this?
Well, you could use a stack of gauge blocks, or you could use a master part that has a certified value.
So again, even if I'm using gauge blocks or a master part, always go back to the certified value.
Yeah, always use that certified value. The whole point of this is you're zeroing the probe position. If the probe position isn't accurate, then none of your height measurements will be either.
Understandable. Jeremy, thank you for your time. Thank you for your time as well. If you have suggestions for future tool tips, please leave those in the comments below. If you need to reach out to us, please give us a call at 888-MITUTOYO or visit us online at www.mitutoyo.com.